everyone, this is Coach Lana checking in, and today we are on day 5 of 31 days of cleaner eating. Today we are going to also talk about organics. We're going to talk about 2 topics. One of them is the dirty dozen, which I'm calling the dirty baker's dozen because I got an extra one from the dailygreen.com. And we're going to talk about the clean 15. So I'm going to check my notes every now and then, make sure I stay on task. Just got home from teaching a class, so if I look a little pale, frazzled, hair looks a little weird, this is how I look. Take it or leave it. Okay, so anyway, let's see. Make sure we're good. Okay, so we've covered organics in one previous video, but some stuff is worth repeating again, and I'm going to add a little bit. Why eat organic? So we've already talked about chemicals. Now, let's talk about what chemicals do. So in chemicals and organics, when something's not organic, there is weed killers, right? We have pesticides, we have fertilizers. Now, all of those are absorbed into the foods, and then we ingest them. Now, what do they do to our bodies? One of the things they do with our bodies is they mess with our hormones. When it messes with your hormones, it messes with your metabolism. That's your biochemistry. So what is that going to do? That is going to affect whether you can lose weight or not. So if you're having a lot of problems with losing weight, I highly recommend visiting an endocrinologist, getting tested, and seeing if you might have some sort of hormone imbalance. Because that, right now, today, we're going to say 2013, you might be watching this video at another time, is one of the main reasons a lot of people are having trouble losing weight. A lot of reasons why they're getting sick is because of chemical imbalances that we are causing by what we're eating. So, we want to try to eat more organic. Eating organic, let me give you 2 other reasons why you might want to go organic. This has nothing to do with your health, just food for thought. Safety of the workers. Okay, the people are working with a lot of chemicals, not quite as safe. And 2, let's think about the environment. What's happening to all these chemicals that are running off in the soil? What's happening to the waste? There's waste being created when you're using chemicals on these corporate farms. All right, food for thought. Organics, wow, okay, they are more expensive, and when you're transitioning to an organic program, you need to ask yourself, how am I going to do that? It is going to take planning, it is going to take prepping. Planning and prepping. You're going to have to plan what you're eating, you're going to have to plan what you're going to buy, and you need to be wise about it. You don't want to buy a bunch of rotten fruit that you spend a lot of money on. Why is it more expensive? Well, one of the reasons might be, there's lots of different reasons, is that a lot of our food is subsidized. Not our organic food, but a lot of our food is subsidized by the government. So we're not seeing the real cost of what food costs. Secondly, a lot of organic farmers are actually smaller, not as corporate, not as big like the factory farms, owned by families. Their overhead's a lot higher. So, you're kind of getting for what you pay for because it's a lot healthier for your body, but it can be hard to all of a sudden transition over to an organic program if you've never done that before and you're used to getting large quantities of cheap food. So let's talk about the dirty, I'm going to call it the baker's dozen because there's 13. These are foods, fruits and vegetables that have been found to have the highest amount of chemicals on them each time they've been tested. I'm going to read them because I don't have them memorized, so you know why I'm looking at my notes. Okay, apples, celery, strawberries, peaches, spinach, nectarines, grapes, sweet peppers, potatoes, blueberries, lettuce, kale, and collard greens. Okay, so that is the dirty baker's dozen. I'm scrolling down because I'm going to get to the 15 in a second. All right, so that's our dirty's baker's dozen. So if you're going to organic, those are the foods that you'd want to transition first to organic. Now, what can you buy that's safe? There's nothing that's safe. If it's not organic, it's not safe. Okay, but sort of safe, have been tested at the least amount of chemicals in it. It is onions, sweet corn, pineapple, avocado. My notes say avocado. Asparagus, sweet peas, mango, eggplant, cantaloupe, kiwi, cabbage, watermelon, sweet potatoes, grapefruit, mushrooms. Okay, so that is it. Now, are you going to remember all this I just said? That's why it's in my notes. So always check my notes on my blog or in any of my videos. I always put notes in there. So that way you can put it down. You can also research it and you might find some other lists too. So even though they're safe, They have less chemicals than everything else. They still contain chemicals. But you have to decide how you're going to do this transition. But foods that they're going to absorb chemicals from the soil. And this is a huge topic. It's not, and I'm hoping the more consumers that buy organics, the more popular they're going to get. I was very, very, very excited to see that Costco, a major player in the industry, has started carrying organic fruits and vegetables. If we demand it, it's going to happen. We're the consumers. We are the ones who are deciding what's being sold. Okay? All right, so that's my 2 cents for today. Track what you're eating. See if you can start transitioning some of your fruits and vegetables. And that's my 2 cents for today. This is Coach Lana, and I'm out of here. I'll check in with you tomorrow.